Well, let's welcome Tony Mepham to the studio. And Tony, let's deal first of all with the domestic matters, and we'll link up with Chris Bass at about 5:30. Canada Live Premier League, and let's start at Croit Lowy. Rushen 3, St Mary's 3. Rushen looked to be reasonably comfortable at one stage, but St Mary's showed fighting qualities, and a absolute belter of a late free kick from outside the area from Steve Priestnell got them the point.
Stevie Priestnell still got it. I've seen him a couple of times this year, and there's no doubt about it. Good quality players around him. He's getting his fitness back, and he's still one of the best finishers on the island. And as you rightly say, Rushen looked comfortable at 2-0. Dan Hattersley with the first for Davies. His first game after signing for Rushen made it 2-0. I don't know how the scoring went then. I know it was 2-2 at half-time, so I don't know who got the goals, but Sammy Gellan got one for St Mary's. Stevie Priestnell must have got either the one before Sam or not. Matty Lamb got the third for Rushen, but it's that sort of last-minute goal that St Mary's got that takes a couple of valuable points away from Rushen, and you know, this is where we knew things were going to go when players are getting taken out of their sort of setup. But just a bit of information on the game. There was 5 yellow cards, 1 sin bin for Matthew Kent-Lloyd, and a red card for Adam Pate of St Mary's. So St Mary's will be delighted with that point, but Rushen, you know, they've got injuries, and losing 4 players to FC Isle of Man has been a costly day for them, and probably a bit of disappointment among the Rushen camp.
Well, Corinthians, despite 6 players missing, they won 2-1 away at Moraun. They're just a point behind Rushen now, and with a game in hand, and they're the only 100% team left.
Yeah, it was a tight game as well, because Corinthians led at half-time, 2-0. We need to get this checked, because the information I had, that one was an own goal and a corner, direct corner from Kane Riding. So I believe it's 2 direct corners from Kane Riding, so we'll check on that one. But Moraun, superb in the second half, good performance, by far the better of the 2 teams. But Corinthians managed to hang on to that 2-1 win, and important for them is the 3 points. Makes them a little bit closer to Rushen, as you say, with that game in hand, but certainly had to work hard for it. A good performance by Moraun, but unfortunately we haven't got their scorer.
St George's are up to 3rd following a 4-0 win over Douglas Royal.
Yeah, and thanks to Johnny Myers for putting the scorers through. Johnny himself got one, Jacob Crook on the score sheet, Connor Birch and Joey Morland. When you look at those 4 players there, Island material written all over them, but excellently refereed today by Andy Glover. Brilliant performance, and a really good performance by St George's in the second half. So it looks as if the young lads now are getting to know how Johnny wants them to play, and keeping a clean sheet is always nice to do.
Swapping places with each other after this result. Ramsey 2, Douglas Athletic 3.
Yeah, it was tight at half-time, 1-1, and Dylan Pickles on the score sheet again for Ramsey. Matthew Montgomery got the other one, but for Douglas Athletic, Martin Cowan got a couple of goals. Well done, Martin. James Eyre got the other one. So, as you rightly say, that result there for Douglas Athletic against Ramsey moves them above them in the league, and the pressure's on everyone, I think, to try and keep winning, because a right tussle going on in the middle of the Canada Life Premier League.
St John's 2, Ayr 3, a 3rd win of the season for the Northerners on their return.
Yeah, good win for them. I've got Danny Oram here. I don't know if he scored the hat-trick, so if you can text us through 166 177, but it was 1-0.
I think he just got the first.
Just got the first, so if we can
Twitter,
have a couple of more scorers, please. But it was 1-0 at half-time to Ayr United. Andrew Chadwick with one for St John's, and one of the good young players that Johners have got there, Kieran Brock, got the other one.
Old Boys 1, Peel 0. Peel are in the bottom 2.
They are, and when was the last time that happened? I'm not too sure, but let's clear something up that we said at lunchtime, is that Daniel Lace's 42nd birthday is coming up next week, I believe. So, Danny, happy birthday for that one, but we've sorted that. Dean Stocklale it was who got the goal for Douglas High School Old Boys, scored in the second half. So a big 3 points for Douglas High School Old Boys after their first win of the season, I think it was. And they're on 6 points now. They'll be happy with that one, and hopefully they can now start building and try and get some players back from injury and see if they can climb up that table.
Let's go into JCK Limited Division 2 in a cracking game and a must-win as it was described, even though we're only in September. Ramsey Youth Centre 4, Union Mills 2, and things open up all of a sudden.
They certainly do, and this was absolutely class because it had a bit of everything. Ramsey Youth Centre were 3-0 up at half-time. Johnny Lund with one, Jason Crane and Nick Hurt with a clever goal. You know, he read it really well. Ball played over, and you know, one or two players today have been in the same situation as Nick. But I thought to myself, Hurt, you'll score from here, and he did, and it was just really good to watch. But you know, the start of the second half, Tim, the writing was on the wall when Jordan Crawley scored an absolute peach. To me, it was the goal of the game, and that was on 48 minutes and 3-1. And then just before that, they had a goal disallowed. Luke Booth. It's tough for a referee. It was a tight call. I think Stewie got it right, but the goal was taken off. Jordan's goal stood, so that made it 3-1. And then on 57 minutes, Colm Geraghty, one of the smaller players on the park, got a header to make it 3-2. Union Mills had plenty of good chances to, get an equaliser or even a leading goal for them, but it didn't happen. And then it was Jason Crane in the last sort of few seconds, to be honest with you, 30 seconds, when ball was just pumped forward, loose ball, and Jason was there, and he finished it well because, you know, Ricky Pye had a real good game in goal today for Union Mills. But to me, Nick White was outstanding in sticks for Ramsey Youth Centre. I thought when I saw Nick there, he's a quality player playing outfield, Tim, but when I saw him in goal, this could be a recipe for disaster, but it wasn't. He was superb, and well done to Ramsey Youth Centre. As we rightly say, it puts them right back in it. You know, Colby have had a good result today, but now Ramsey Youth Centre move into third place, so good battle at the top of the table.
Yeah, and Colby with a 4-1 win against Foxdale, just 2 points behind Union Mills all of a sudden. Yeah,
they're going well, and when you think of it, they've got their golden crown, if you like. Carl Hickey, I think, still injured, but Steve Collister seems to have taken that reign on, because another couple of goals for him today. Jordan Primrose Smith with 2-1 to Colby at half-time. Foxdale will be really disappointed with that, because they're a team fancy to do well in this league, but they're getting beaten, and beaten convincingly like they have today. Jay Chatwood it was, who got 13 against Pulley, but today could only manage that one goal in the first half for Foxdale.
The side who were in third were beaten. It was Onken 5, Douglas and District 3.
Yeah, 3-1 to Onken at half-time. Mark Wolfenden with a couple of goals. Connor Dawson scored direct from a corner. Paul Whitley got one. Joe Rees got the other one. For Douglas and District, it was Mark Quirk with 2 penalties and Daniel Stewart Clegg with the other one. So good result that for Onken.
Jim's 1, Braddon 3.
Good performance. Braddon's scores are improving big time, but they had to be patient. 0-0 at half-time. Ross Crawford on the score sheet once again for Jim's from the penalty spot. Jamie Spicer with another couple of goals for Braddon. Lee Cura got one as well. And my old mate Joe Swan got a red card as well. So Braddon did well to keep that result with only 10 players on the park.
Second win of the season for Malou, and a good one, 7-2 against Governor's Athletic.
Yeah, really good performance, and thanks to Dario Pilato throughout the afternoon keeping us posted with the information. I have to say, Tim, the clubs have been brilliant today, because, you know, Paul's show throughout the afternoon, coming in with the information. That's what the show's there for. And they were 4-1 up at half-time. Dan McLaughlin with 1. Jamie Skillam, it's to be expected. He got 4 today. An own goal. And Jordan Krippner, I think it was, who got the other one. The reason why I say that, I've got Jordan O'Kieran here. I think Kieran had a field day in the second half.
I was looking it up on the players for Malou on the FA website and saw there were 2 of them. So
Let me just have a little
look. It just said Krippner on the
Actually,
Twitter
it was
feed.
Kieran. Kieran got it because Jordan's had a good day in the combi. We'll come to that later.
What a result this is. I know both clubs have struggled somewhat, but Michael were in a desperate strait, weren't they, before the start of the season? But they've won 2-1 away at Castletown.
Yeah, fair play to them. And I spoke to Rob Farragher recently, who's, Michael through and through, and he said that the atmosphere at the club is brilliant. Everyone's putting it in. You can't ask for any more. And, you know, Michael, only a few years ago, were right in the Premier League. So, you know, it's really good to see that they've got the teams together. 0-0 at half-time. Well done to Castletown as well. Harry Hinks it was who got the goal for Castletown. But 2 season campaigners here. Sorry, boys, if I've upset you with that. But Michael Hammond with 1. Good player for Michael. And Fraser Campbell as well got the other one. So a cracking result for Michael and 3 points on the board.
A question through here, was St Mary's missing any players? Well, yes, they were. Frank Jones and McVeigh would be 2, wouldn't they, that were in the so they were down, weren't they?
Fair play to them.
Let's fly through the combi then. Air 4, St John's 4.
That's all the information we got. 2-2 at half-time.
Corinthians 6, Morang 0.
Yeah, I'm just trying to check on the scorers on that. I've got Lewis Radcliffe with 1, Joe Middleton. It was 3-0 at half-time. If you're listening, Ed, if you could text us through, please, I'll pick it up. But a good result that for Corinthians, with a lot of players being taken into the first team.
Another 4-all draw between Douglas Athletic and Ramsey on this occasion.
Yeah, it was, and it was 2-0 to Athletic at half-time. For Athletic, I've got Mark or Matthew Hargreaves, Aaron Peters, Brennan got a couple of goals, and for Ramsey, Ron Gale got 1, Nathan Thompson got 1, and Jack Christian got the other one.
Douglas Royal 3, St George's 5.
And it was Craig Dolman with 1 for Douglas Royal. Titus Craig, that's Tracy's son. Well done, Titus. I don't know if that's your first senior goal. An own goal as well. But for St George's, Jordan Corkish got 3. Carl Henson got 1. And Josh Kane got the other one. And just a bit of news in on that Corinthians goal. Thanks, Stan. In my opinion, goalkeeper Nathan Tier punched Kane's corner into the net. That'll do for me. There's no one more honest than Stan. So, unfortunately, Kane, we're going to have to chalk one off you.
Peel 5, Old Boys 3.
And it was 2-1 to Old Boys at half-time, so a really good performance by Sam Brown's team in the second half. Liam Knifton, who I think scored a hat-trick for the under-18s for Peel midweek. Harry Pack, that's Joe Pack's son, got a goal. Lucas Watterson got one today. Well done, Lucas. Matthew Shimon and Will Brown, I think that's Sam's eldest, got the other one for Old Boys. Dean Kinley with a couple of goals. And Adrian Shabuka got the other one. And the Old Boys were actually 3-1 up at one stage. So good performance in the end by Peel.
Indeed. Combi 2, Braddon 1, Jim's 2.
Haven't got Jim's goal scorers. 0-0 at half-time. Liam Patton was the goal scorer for Braddon.
Douglas and District 2, Onken 3.
Robert Mellon with 1. Graham Gorn with the other. 2-1 to Onken at half-time. I haven't got Onken's goal scorers.
Foxdale 2, Colby 4.
I've got Peter Copley with 2. Furby. So I think that'll be Daniel Thirlwell with the other one. An own goal as well. 2-1 I think it was at half-time to Colby. Nicky Sloan for Foxdale. And Kyle Moore with the other one.
Quite a few own goals, quite a few direct from corners.
It's bizarre. And then we had a goalkeeper who scored 2 last week playing as goalkeeper. What's going on?
Governors Athletic 5, Malou 6. That's a game.
It is a game because when you look at the half-time score, I don't know if you noticed that, Governors Athletic 5, Malou 3. So great in the second 45 minutes, Malou were. Jordan Krippner with 2, so he's outdone his, I don't know if it's younger or older brother, Kieran, so we'll cause a bit of a war between them two. Andrew Barber got a couple of goals. Joe Pledge got 1, and Michael Kenny got the other one for Malou. Haven't got Governors, as I say.
Michael 3, Castletown 6.
And it was Ryan Brew with a couple of goals. Damien Owen with the other one. Again, congratulations to both these clubs for now having combination sides. A lot of hard work gone in by Michael and Castletown. Andrew Samba with 3 goals for Castletown. Ethan Peel got a couple. And a Castletown score sheet doesn't look right without a Sainsbury in it. This time it was Jake.
Yeah, they've done quite well this afternoon, the Sainsburys, haven't they, on the scoring front. And finally, Union Mills 6, Ramsey Youth Centre 0.
Kenny Cowan with a hat-trick. Benjamin, is it? Evans got 1. Matthew Gunn got a goal. And Jackson Galt got the other one. I think he actually got the first goal in this game.